Hi, in this video I'll show you how to create a professional email signature from scratch in CodeTwo Email Signatures 365. Our software comes with an easy-to-use what you see is what you get editor, so you don't need to know any HTML. But if you do, you can still edit the source code of your signature for maximum flexibility. Okay, let's begin by launching the editor directly from your signature rule settings, here on the Design tab. Just click Edit Signature to start. If you haven't created any signature yet, the editor will open with a library of the most popular signature templates. You can use these designs to speed things up, as I explained in another video linked in the corner, but this time I'd like to design a signature from scratch, so let's select the blank template here. And so, here we are in the template editor. But before we dive in, let's think about what should be included in my signature to make it most versatile. First of all, I'd like the signature to have the email sender's name, job title, phone number, and other contact details. It's also nice to have the sender's photo, maybe add a marketing banner, and obviously I want my company logo in there too. Let's also include links to my company website and social media profiles. One last thing, it's a good idea to build the signature template using an invisible table. This way the layout will stay the same across different devices and email apps. So, let's get back to the editor and start with the table. To insert it, click the table button on the main tab. Use these options to choose how many rows and columns you need. Don't worry, you can always change the table layout later if you want. Now, set up the table's width here. I recommend using a fixed width, but don't set a value higher than the default one. It's up to you, but it's better to keep the table narrower so the signature looks great on all devices. Check this link if you want to create a table that resizes automatically based on the signature content. Now click OK to insert the table. If your table has multiple columns, adjust the width for each of them. To do this, click anywhere inside a column, go to the Table Layout tab and enter the width value here. Now do the same for other columns. By the way, the Table Layout tab is also where you can change the number of rows and columns, split or merge cells, and change other settings. The table is now invisible because the borders have zero width, and let's leave it like that. Take a moment to create a table layout that will fit everything you want to include in your signature. Of course, you can also modify the table later as you add text and graphics. Now let's add some user details. Use placeholders to add information like the sender's first name and last name. When the signature is added to an email, these placeholders are automatically replaced with the sender's data pulled from your company's Entra ID. Be sure to add a space between placeholders that are next to each other. Press Enter to start a new line with the same style. You can add the job title placeholder here. If you want to adjust the space between different parts of the signature later, add more rows to the table. And put each line of text in a separate row. Okay, perfect. To include static text, just type it manually. This text will stay the same for all users, so use it to provide information like your company's official address or to add labels like phone and email next to the related placeholders. By the way, don't paste anything directly from Microsoft Word or similar text apps because it adds a lot of unwanted formatting to the HTML code of your template, and your signature might end up looking bad or inconsistent on many devices. If you really need to copy and paste something, for example a disclaimer text, use the HTML snippet feature instead. Paste your content here and click Insert. The text will automatically adapt to formatting of the line where you insert it. Now use the options available here on the main tab to customize the size and style of the text. You can select multiple cells at once if you want to apply the same style to different parts of the signature. I highly recommend using web-safe fonts or fallback fonts. This will make sure your signature displays correctly on all devices. Check this link to learn more about these fonts. Okay, when you're done with text formatting, let's add some graphics to the template, starting with a banner. Click inside a cell where you want it, and then click Picture on the main tab. It's best to use embedded images so your recipients don't have to click Download Pictures on their email app to see them. To embed a picture, click Choose File and upload any image from your device. Use PNG, JPG, or GIF formats. They are widely supported and have relatively small file sizes. If you select the online picture option instead, enter the image web address here. Now what about image size? You can scale the picture with these options. Using a high-resolution image and scaling it down will give you the best quality. Or you can use an image that already has the exact size you need. It's best to avoid scaling images up. Use the Keep Aspect Ratio option if you want to adjust the image height automatically. And make sure the image width is the same or smaller than the width of the cell that contains it. Finally, add an alternative description here and click OK to insert the image. If you want to replace the banner or change its size, click on it and go to the Picture tab. You'll find all the options you need here. You can also automatically add a user photo from your Entra ID to the signature. Just click inside the cell where you want to place the photo and go to Placeholder, Message Sender, Photo. Set the size of the photo to fit the cell. If you want to define a specific width, leave the default 0 pixels for the height. This will scale the photo correctly. Click OK to insert the placeholder. The photo placeholder will be replaced automatically with the sender's photo when the signature is added. Just make sure all users have their photo in your organization's Microsoft 365. You can use our free tool to easily manage that. See this link for more details. Now let's add some links, for example, to your company website. Click inside a cell where you want to add the link or select existing text. Then click Link on the main tab. Type the text that you want to display and the link address and click OK. To change link styles or remove the default underline, select the entire link text and use the tools available in the font group. You can also make your marketing banner clickable and link to a website. Just select the image, click the link button and add the address of your website. If you click Show Email Tracking Parameters, you can add tracking data for analytic tools like Google Analytics. This lets you measure traffic generated by email signatures. When you're done, click OK to turn the banner into a link. If you want to change any link later, simply select it and go to the Link tab. You'll find all the options here. Now let's add some social media icons to your signature. These can link to your company pages or employee social profiles. First, click where you want to add a link and then go to Social Link on the main tab. Select the platform, for example, Facebook, and enter the link to the social profile or page. You can also use placeholders to create personalized links that will lead to the email sender's social profile. Here's a link to an article that shows how to do that. Next, you can use these options to change how the social media link looks. Click OK to add the link to the template. Now add links to other social media platforms in the same way. If you want to change an icon or adjust its size, just select it, go to the Picture tab, and use the tools that are available here. To change the icon's URL, go to the Social Link tab here. Are all elements in place? Let's quickly preview how your signature looks without the invisible table borders and filled with user data. Go to the main tab and click Signature Preview. Use this view to check if you need to add any extra spacing or make any final tweaks to your signature. As you can see, some elements are too close to one another, so let's add some spacing. Close the preview for now. By using padding, you can set the exact spacing you want, down to a single pixel. Let's add some space below the banner. Click anywhere in this row, go to the Table Layout tab, and click Cell Padding. Next, type, for example, 15 pixels in the bottom box here and click OK. Go ahead and add spacing between other signature elements the same way. If you want to change spacing between each line of text, click the Text, go to the Formatting tab and use this option. Note that pressing space or Enter to add extra space doesn't always work. Your signature may end up looking different across email apps and devices. To align an image or text in a cell, select one or more cells, go to the Table Layout tab, and use these options. If you want to add a horizontal line between different sections of your signature, select one or more cells and click Cell Borders. Adjust the style, width, and color of the line any way you want. Usually a solid 1 pixel line does the job. Click OK to apply the change. Now let's launch the signature preview again and check how the signature looks when it's filled with the email sender's real data. Here you can select different people in your organization and preview their signatures. Oh, you can see here that for this person, there's a blank space instead of the phone number. This might happen when some people don't have all the necessary information filled in Entra ID. So how to avoid those blank spaces in the signature? Well, you can always update the missing data. Here's a link to a video where I show how to easily fill in the missing Entra ID data for multiple users using our Attributes Manager. Alternatively, you can use the remove if blank feature to create a signature template that can adopt depending on who sends the email and what data is present. Let me show you how this works. Select the phone placeholder together with the label text and click remove if blank. As you can see, the RT tags are now wrapped around the part you selected. Now open the signature preview again. This user has their phone number specified in Entra ID, so it appears in the signature. Let's change the user here. So for this user, there's no phone number defined, and you can see the entire line has been removed and the signature layout still looks neat. No empty spaces. While RT tags simply remove empty placeholders from a signature, another feature, conditional placeholders, can be used to replace empty placeholders with other data. See this link to learn how to use conditional placeholders. Okay, your HTML signature template is now ready. You can also create a plaintext version of the template by clicking here. This works as a failsafe. If you ever send a plaintext email, your signature will also be added. Okay, all that's left is to save your changes by clicking here. Yep, and that's it for the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you run into a problem with your signature design, don't hesitate to contact our customer success team. Just make sure to send us your email signature as described in the article linked in the description. By the way, all the mentioned links are also there. Thanks for watching.